time with over an hour time, is currently sitting with a newer PB of 55:04. Should be an absolute fantastic race while these runners get underway here. So as a little bit you can see here, both runners are doing this thing they call arm pumping. A neat little thing to add on to your run. That every time Samus's arm pumps up or down, which is the angle up or angle down, you advance 1 pixel forward. Just trying to quickly say hello to Ridley and take damage as fast as possible, so they can say goodbye to Ridley and make their way out of here. Both runners doing a nice job. Steve giving him a bit of trouble, but still making it out in really good time. And so for those of you who don't know, if you're just joining us, I'll put the command in chat for this Prodigy Tournament. Super Metroid Prodigy Tournament is for those runners who had sub 50 times prior to this tournament sign up. Ooh, Waldo showing off a little moonfall there. But this tournament is set for those kind of newer runners, or those runners who are really trying to work at their times, whittle it down. This tournament's here to kind of help show off these awesome runners and all their progress that they've made, while putting them all in a similar setting against one another. And so Waldo choosing to use Moonfall. Moonfall is a cool little trick. If you turn on Moonwalk and you perform a certain action, it will uncap your fall speed. So he's able to just fall straight down the shaft. No problem at all. Both runners having to pick up their morph balls, and their first set of missiles will now make their way back up as Zebes comes alive. Encounter our first enemies. Doing a nice job making their way across the platforms in pit room. Waldo opting for a behemoth climb. Just evolving some down grabs on these platforms while dodging these pirates. As Gameaholic's choosing to wall jump. Very nice job from Waldo, and a nice job from Gameaholic as well. Setting up for BT fight, they'll want to make sure to maintain their health so they can get a healthy amount of missile drops. Waldo doing a nice job not activating that final fight of Bomb Teresa. Gameaholic following shortly after didn't quite have enough missiles. Ooh, nice. Gameaholic choosing to do a few extra wall jumps. Makes Alcatraz. So does Waldo. A little bit tricky. Just consisting of some wall jumps, then on that final wall jump you want to morph as soon as possible. Both runners attempting for a mock ball into these gates. Doing a nice job maintaining that momentum speed, trying to keep that into a morph ball form by landing smoothly as possible onto the ground. Be able to get themselves underneath that gate without speed booster. Pick themselves up an early pack of super missiles. So we'll say farewell to Spospill this time around. Both Gameaholic isn't sitting too far behind Waldo, both picking up their charge beam. This little green hill zone here can be a little bit trouble to transverse here. Waldo, having super missiles equipped, fires it into the floor. But the Cat attacks do have a really good drop chance for super missiles, able to recover that. Waldo choosing to pick up Sephi's favorite beam. You know you love it, Sephi. Don't give me that. Gameaholic, just following Waldo, are now both into Kraid's lair. Gameaholic's setting up for Kraid quick kill. Curious to see what he chooses to rid of Kraid. A nice job with the charge beam shot. Firing a charge beam shot into Kraid locks his arm in place, so he's able to fire those 4 super missiles. Waldo doing a nice job with the charge beam shot as well, making sure he gets Kraid done nice and easy. Gameaholic having a bit of troubles with those pesky hunters getting out of Kraid's lair. Also choosing to picking up a very crucial energy tank here. Or not so much crucial. For experienced runners, some will choose to skip that Kraid tank. But having that extra energy tank is super helpful early on. As well as just over the run, but it's super nice. Nice! Gameaholic farming an enemy here in Business Center. I believe is the name of that room. And getting a super missile. Both runners giving a quick hi hello in the room as they're passing by, picking up their high jump boots. We'll now be making our way deeper into Norfair, pick up some other crucial items. Doing a nice job making way through Rising Tide room. Have a little bit of trouble making this jump up to Bubble Mountain. Do a nice work of it. Getting rewarded with a super missile from King Kak. Waldo lining up his jump. No troubles at all. Gameaholic now making a way across the double chamber room, making sure not trying to fall off those moving platforms, picking up that super missile pack as well. Pick up his wave beam. Waldo's following shortly as well. Alright, both runners now going to be making their exit out of Norfair. Waldo is also going to be choosing to pick up Ice Beam before heading away up to Red Tower. Waldo's showing off the bouncy bomb trick, making his way out of ice, the Ice Beam room. Holding a charge shot and going down into morph. If you continue to hold down, I believe it'll shoot bombs at. Gameaholic having a nice red tower thus far. Make sure he picks up his power bomb pack. Nice D-boost. Oh, Waldo trying to get that alpha spark there. Accidentally shine spark diagonally. So the cool thing about Waldo choosing to pick up Spazer and Ice is it'll make Red Tower only a little bit. It'll only make not only make it a little bit easier, but is also a nice use of damage and is bosses later on and all that. All that cool jazz. The extra damage is super nice. You can like whatever music you like, good sir. Could be any sort of type of subgenre of jazz. Gameaholic making across the moat, picking up that missile, or the missiles. I'll say that correctly this time. Doing a nice job getting that storage shine spark to make his way across the ocean as well. Waldo doing a nice job landing his first shine spark. Using that moonwalk to get himself lined up for his shine spark, able to get that successfully as well. It's a very good race thus far as Gameaholic starts his Phantoon fight. I'm not 100% sure, but I think Waldo actually Dopplers. Yeah, I may be mistaken, but I don't know if he actually does use that beam combo on Phantoon. Gameaholic doing a nice job firing those missiles. Ideally wanting to hit Phantoon twice, as well as 2 more times as he flies off screen. And then just trying to land in some more missiles as he comes back into the room. Phantoon beaten red. Might be just a super missile away from death. Oh, as Waldo enrages Phantoon 60 HP, Gameaholic does finish up his Phantoon fight. Waldo safely pseudo-screwing through the flames. Need to be careful here. None of these flames are dropping any health whatsoever. The 20 HP, Waldo! Oh no. Waldo, unfortunately, as the flames were dropping down from the ceiling, had connected with him as he had 20 HP. And Waldo has forfeited the match. Just an unfortunate part of events as Waldo was following shortly behind Gameaholic. Phantoon, unfortunately, just being a butt that he is. It's very tricky to make sure to watch out for those flames and all that. I'm not sure if he did forfeit, but I'm not sure if he's also just continuing to continue. Okay. Okay, so Waldo is unforfeiting, be making his way back, getting back on the horse once again. Meanwhile, Gameaholic made his way through wreck ships, picking up his gravity, help making his way through water a lot easier. As he'll make his way to Meridia now. Take this moment now as Gameaholic is making his way to Meridia. Be sure to go and follow these awesome runners. Gameaholic choosing to farm these cack attacks, as they will either have a heavy chance of dropping super missiles, but he's also full on supers. We'll reward him with some big energy. Getting a little bit extra health for Meridia. Gameaholic saying hello to the spacer beam and immediately choosing to turn it off. Shoutouts to Sephi once again. Love you, Sephi. Waldo doing a nice job cleaning up his BT. Gameaholic making that diagonal shine spark up Mount Everest. Making an extra little pit stop again, killing a Metroid, getting some extra health there. You can safety save either at the ship. There's some runners who will choose to go get a complete refill at Samus's ship. There is also a save just before the elevator in Red Tower. Oh my! Gameaholic surviving on 10 HP from Bot Wound. Able to finish that fight off. That's a fine way to put it, in a rush. This awesome tournament is set up to showcase those awesome new up-and-coming runners. Or those who've been around for a bit, so be it. You got people. This race or this tournament was set up prior to sign-ups and before it started. That you had to have a time above 50 minutes. And as we're over halfway now. We're in the 4th round still, I believe. We're 5th round now. Correct? I've now forgotten. We've had a handful of people actually get sub 50 here in this tournament, and this tournament has just been an awesome use to show off all these runners and all their improvements and how they've improved. 5th round, thank you, chat. Gameaholic using some missiles, clear out those turrets. Setting up to Shine Spark Dragon. Waldo had unfortunately taken a death to Fantoon, but still didn't without the safety save, but is still choosing to continue. Gameaholic getting gooped there, trying to bob and weave, making sure Dragon doesn't get a hold of him. Cool thing about Dragon is the one boss that you can actually do damage to with Speed Booster. So close to death. There she goes. It's a very clean fight from Gameaholic. As Waldo re-picks up his Sephi Beam. Go say hello to Kraid. Waldo making use of the moonwalk again, lining himself up so he can make that jump. Gameaholic now having finished Dragon and picking up Space Jump. Now go grab another crucial item. Go pick up his Plasma Beam. Waldo taking a dance with Kraid. I think Waldo turned around next. I shot a super missile back into the left side. Finishing Kraid off with a charge shot, though. Giving a little dance and jig over the top of Kraid's dead body. Take that, Kraid. Gameaholic now making his way out of Meridia. We'll be picking up Ice Beam. I think it might have been looking for another super missile off that enemy. I'm not sure. His supers are a little bit low. Gameaholic choosing to leave ice through the lower route. Although I have a little bit of issue with the Rising Tide. Once again, trying to make his attempt up Bubble Mountain. Gameaholic firing a super missile into that blue gate door. I'm curious as to what he's going to do about his super missile count. He only has one super. He only needs that one for the gold pirate room, right? Yeah, the only green door. Okay. Gameaholic choosing to kill all these the pirates in this room. Key hunters, pirates. Gosh darn it. Make it all look nice and easy. Waldo's now picked up his Norfair items. Got a nice job exiting wave. Gameaholic showing off the cool thing about picking up plasma, wave beam. Able to fire that beam into the enemies, and while the enemies' iframes are going off, you can pass right through them without taking any damage. Did a nice job, Kay, going through those spike platforms. Gameaholic taking a dip in the acid, just choosing to walk all over these enemies. So once again, say hello to the friendly neighborhood Ridley man. 20 charge shots total to finish off Ridley. Ridley changing colors there. Picking up his speed a bit. As he's on his pogo stick, going down the road. Getting a bit angry. Alright. Gameaholic finishing that Ridley fight. Very nice health count. And plenty of health to count after the fight. Fully full on health. Fully fill. Should make this Lore Norfair escape nice and easy. Gameaholic having a little bit of troubles with those first key hunters. Still just trying to make use of those iframes. Make his way on through. No troubles whatsoever for Gameaholic. Having a nice safe trip out of Lore Norfair. Well, Waldo doing a nice job getting his shine sparks, making his way to Wreck Ship. He'll face off once again with the ghostly elephant. Choosing to farm out these enemies here. Making sure to get that extra health for this boss. Fanny can be a... It's always nice to take the extra precaution. Meanwhile, Gameaholic has left Lower Norfair, of course, and is going to be making his way up to Crateria by means of Meridia. Go taking a quick stop at the fish here. Gotta show off the golden shower. Dispose of that fish. Gonna take another quick stop as he's making his way out here. Reapply his beams. Fantoon beating Bright Red. Nicely done. Waldo getting his revenge on that pesky elephant. I knew Waldo could do it. Big shoutouts to Waldo for sticking through this despite that death and not having any safety saves. Able to make his way back and rid of the freaking elephant that's holding this power and the wrecked ship hostage. Gameaholic taking a nice seat in the waiting room at Golden Ford. Ooh, Waldo setting up that Shine Spark, clearing the rest of the enemies in Wreckship Attic. Disposing of them without having to use too much ammo. I like G4 as the name as the waiting room. What are some other names? Other names for G4, chat? I preferably like to call it waiting room. Gameaholic taking his time clearing out these Metroids. He's got to make sure he has full super count. Or has about as much ammo as he needs. He does have 25 super missiles. Choosing to clear these Metroids out with missiles. The dance party room. I like that. Nice. Full ammo count for Gameaholic, finishing up the Metroid rooms. Waldo picking up his gravity suit. Gameaholic choosing to take some damage from the side hopper here. Just simply help make this... doing a little bit of an attempt trying to get around that baby. Facing right as well. Like a true man, save those frames. Gameaholic choosing to take damage from that side hopper makes this cutscene go by a little bit faster. The cutscene ends as the baby brings you down to 1 HP. Gameaholic taking his first save of this run just before Mother Brain. Any numerical things could happen here. Safe bet, making sure gets this final area done properly. Making his way through the Zebetide. Able to save on some extra ammo pickups by freezing that bottom Rinka in place, taking some damage and doing a little spin jump into that wall will lining you up against that wall to where you can jump once again after you spin back into the wall with that frozen Rinka, and it's able to push you through that Zebetide. And luckily, it also doesn't spawn the rest of the Zebetides. Alright, well, sit down, gents. Gameaholic's now at the Mother Brain Cafe. What would you like? Maybe a hamburger? How about some fries or onion rings? Oh my goodness. Maybe a side of ketchup as well. Gameaholic hitting those 20 charge beam shots and staying above 300 health is going to make his way onto Mother Brain 3. Mother Brain is being too generous with those rings. Oh, wow, we got the baby sucking on Mother Brain's head. Waldo disposing of the sizzling sausage. Gonna pick up his 4th energy tank. He's gonna say hello to the shrimp. I really enjoy the food references in this game. Making me a bit hungry again, to be honest. Waldo storing that Shine Spark, turning back around, but the echoes of the speed booster only hitting one of those bugs. Just choosing to jump into the sand pit, do some farming. And another paralyzer! Everybody wave goodbye to the baby. This mother brain's just gosh darn furious. Nice mother brain fight from Gameaholic. Time bomb is set. Gameaholic's gonna make his way on out of ZB's. We didn't have the chat question of how do you properly say Zebis or ZBs? Forgot about it. How do you properly say Zebis? Zebis? Or what is your preference? Is Waldo doing some nice damage with the Shine Sparks on Dragon? Gameaholic lining up his Shine Spark back up the shaft one last time. Waldo putting on some nice damage. Dragon is nearly dead. Gameaholic. Where is he going? Ooh, Waldo getting his blue suit off Dragon. Gameaholic opening up the door, saying hello to the animals on the inside real quick. Saying, I'll just see you later. As he's attempting to exit through the left side, finally gets his way out of there. And that is GG from Gameaholic, finishing with an SRL time of 58:49. Meanwhile, we got Waldo with his blue suit, able to make his way across Coliseum. Had plenty of health for it, no worries at all. Waldo storing a Shine Spark, making his way up the Plasma Beam. Shine Sparking back to the right, doing a little
What's up?
What is up, Gameaholic? GG's on her win.
Oh, thanks, man. Got some pretty clutch calls from, I guess, that part when I think I was only at 10 health on that fight, and I was definitely not getting away from getting wrecked by Mother Brain.
Yeah, that was for sure scary. Were you running into Batoon when you were doing that damage with the super missiles? Is that what that was?
Yeah, and I just wasn't paying attention to my health just because. And the next thing I knew is I heard the warning health beam, and I thought, "Oh crap, I'm about to die." So, but luckily, I just barely pulled that off.
Yeah, for sure, close call. And Mother Brain just wanted to overload on some onions. Tricky thing about onion rings being that they can chain damage you.
Oh yeah.
And just taking a whole bunch of consistent onion rings add up very fast.
And then you get that infamous bomb and not ketchup, but bomb and French fry, which is
God, yeah.
stuff I still can't figure out how to dodge that combo.
Yeah, it is very tricky, and just trying to space jumps in between that, trying to make sure you dodge both so you don't take any damage. You can do a little trick.
So I saw what happened to Waldo, and that's really a shame since we were pretty head to head for the most part. In fact, I think he was ahead of me up until he got Spacer too. So.
Yeah, with him picking up Steffi Beam and Ice Beam before making his way up to the wreck ship. It was a very, very close race.
Which is crazy since, technically I have a better PB than him, but right before I got Varia, I was actually on my PB pace. So with Waldo having way stronger early game than my best early game, that shows a lot. So,
yeah, for sure.
But really, which is just unfortunate because I really want to see how the rest of the run went. Because, like I said, the fact that he was able to be ahead faster than me than my best early game, is was really awesome. And even after you got Spacer, we were still in the same room at Fantoon. But unfortunately, Fantoon can be a jerk. Hate that boss with a passion.
Yeah, it's troubling. Was there anything about your run that you're really excited about? Something you got?
Like I said, just strong early game, at least for my standards. Just because that's something I still haven't worked on as much. I'm mainly focusing on the boss fights because those end my runs more than any other. But the stuff. So really is something that I'm really super comfortable with. And what was it? Yeah, because I think I only lost 80 health from that fight. I don't remember, but I know it didn't take too much damage from him. But
yeah, that Ridley fight was really clean.
Yeah. Which is a shame, since I was actually on a PB pace on one of my runs, and like I said, Ridley's is typically the least problematic boss fight, but I just choked on him and died to him in one of my runs, not in the race, but so I just grinded a bit more on him just to get that cleaned up, and just want to make sure every Ridley fight is a super clean fight. Wish I could say the same with Dragon and Fantoon. In fact, I think I missed a super in a Fantoon, and so I ended up getting a 4 round, which was a little unfortunate.
Yeah, that's all you can hope for in a race setting, though.
Yeah.
As much as you wanna pull ahead for an awesome PB, it's also you also want to make sure you finish the race.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just that button almost took me in there, so that could have easily turned around, and that would have been really interesting.
Yeah. Waldo missing that power bomb leading down, you will have to pick up the extra power bombs.
Oh. But yeah, I was actually looking for this race, and at least up until Fanny, it definitely looked super hyped, so I was definitely excited for this.
Yeah, for sure. You have a 55?
5502, so just 2 seconds under sub 55. So hope I can get that down before the tourney's over, or at least before the Swiss brackets is over.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good luck to you on that.
Also, want to say shout outs. Thanks for well, because I think and Glauco just followed me during the race, so couldn't say it during the run, but just want if you guys are still there, thanks for follows. And I think Glauco's actually the one who just hit me up, got the 100th follow for my channel. So thanks for hitting me that 100.
And be sure to go follow these awesome runners.
Yeah, and definitely follow Waldo since he has some of the most awesome streams. Not just for Super Metroid, but just for any games, especially Mega Man X, his Mega Man X series, and not to mention he's just awesome. He's one of the chillest guys to chat on stream. So, just if you haven't followed him, you're doing it wrong.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Gameaholic?
I think that as far as it no. Oh yeah, that's right. I guess with the spacer, I guess if I've made it obvious already, I don't usually get that in my runs. Yeah, just the only reason I got that is for Sephi's Fist. So
the gold shower.
Yep. Shout out to Sephi for that.
I love you, Sephi, but not the fish, sadly. Gotta keep that later for some fish sticks. Throw it in the oven.
But yeah, I think that was it, and just want to say thanks for the race and good games, Waldo, and yeah, thanks for the commentaries.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's a pleasure. All right. Waldo trying to finish up his screaming pelican. Doesn't look like he's dead though. Maybe 1 or 2 charge shots. Screaming pelican is dead. Waldo picking up this really tank. Waldo taking a damage boost off that first key hunter. And luckily, these other key hunters are just huddled out of the way. Gonna pass his way on through. Gonna dispose of these, or maybe just the first one. Disposing the first key hunter with a charge beam shot. Just choosing to run through the other two. No worries. Waldo having all these power bombs, haven't had to pick up the power bombs of necessity. Alright, Waldo's gonna make his way through Meridia. Wonder if he'll choose to do anything with that Sephi fish at the top here. Uh-oh. We could have 2 golden showers. We are gonna make it rain in this race tonight. Even choosing to reload the room right quick. Gonna give a golden shower again. Hell, why not a 3rd time, huh? The respectable fish kills. Using those extra power bombs a necessity. Alright, he's through Meridia now. We said hello, we had our fun with that fish. On to Red Tower, through the elevator. And is gonna make his way to Gold 4 as well. Take a quick pit stop, put his beams back on. Waldo is a great murderer too, but not as, in fact, as a good murderer as his early game runs when he resets on the climb for 2 hours straight. Besides the point, we're at G4 now. Waldo poking his head in, saying hello, grabbing a magazine, having to sit down right quick. I had to make one Waldo joke, I'm sorry. Love you, Waldo. With the short break at G4, we're gonna say hello to some Metroids. That one Metroid yielding 3 power bombs. Not often to see that. Another 2 power bombs. Nice. Choosing to finish off that last Metroid. They didn't quite group too well. Just choosing to finish off that last one. Some missiles. Full ammo count. Aside from power bombs, but you don't really need the power bombs. Gonna be taking damage from this side hopper as well. Choosing to face left. Waste those frames, Waldo. Interestingly enough, with the baby, facing right does save a handful of frames. Facing left, you have a little animation of getting back up. Facing right, you don't. Waldo making sure he doesn't shoot any extra ammo by accident. Flipping through his items. Having a little bit of trouble trying to jump into the Zebatite. Zevatites can not being the easiest thing to get. Can be a little tricky to set up. So he's having a little bit of issues trying to spin jump into the wall. There he goes. Alright. He did end up taking an extra bit of damage trying to get through that Zebatite. Sitting comfortable though, it seems. Or I hope. As we head into the Mother Brain Cafe once again. Be 20 charge shots total. And at 15 charge shots, the side of ketchup will be coming in. Jumping over that first ketchup. Jumping over the second. Clean Mother Brain 2. Alright, unfortunately, Mother Brain is upset. Metroid had a little too much suck. Mother Brain disposes of the baby. In a last-ditch effort to save the Mother Brain Cafe. Mother Brain 3 is finished. Although unfortunately taking some damage from some of the pirates here. Falling all the way down. Make his way back up with ease. Choosing the Moonfall again. Save those frames. As he gets the Shine Spark back up the shaft. What will he do with those animals? As if the torture to Sephi Fish wasn't enough. What will he do now? He's gonna taunt for a bit. And interestingly enough, him shooting into that open door actually was good enough for a wraparound shot, and that door coming back was actually already open. I respect the taunt option. I have nothing against it. Choosing to dance a little more. Maybe another spin jump. There he goes. That is GG from Waldo. Congrats. And finishing up with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 31 seconds. It was a very tough run. I had an unfortunate death to Phantoon, but still stuck to it long after his death. Choosing to continue on and finish this race.
Hello.
Well, Waldo.
What's up, Mario?
GG's, my man.
Oh, thanks. Let me get rid of this.
Like
There we go.
Despite that early death to Phantoon, still sticking through that, mad props to you for sticking through that.
Yeah, that first run was really, really good. I was only like 5 to 10 seconds off of each of my golds, and my sum of best is a 55. So I was well on my way to a PB. I was almost a minute and a half ahead going into Fantoon.
Yeah, that's
So that
awesome.
was
And you were
really
short behind
fun.
Gameaholic as well.
Yeah, so it was a fun race, though. I mean, barring the death, I got to have some fun in the second run, so that made it worth it. Killing Sephi's fish 3 times was just... That was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, the power bombs of necessity was a
Coming
proper
in-
pickup.
Yeah, they
Coming in
clutch.
hot.
So, but yeah, I mean, other than the few hiccups and the few hiccups with Fantoon and some of the other goofy stuff that happened, like reversing the spark in the room before plasma,
Yeah,
everything was pretty good. It was pretty fun, so I can't complain too much.
respectable. Still able to have some fun.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
what it's all about.
Yeah. So,
Was there anything you could really say that was good or positive coming from that?
from
Just your race, or
Just from the
or at
race?
least your return. You had to turn back around and give it another try with the deck. Was there anything positive coming out of that? Maybe something you've been working on?
Honestly, just that first early game was really good, and I think it really shows that I can have a decent early game, even though I usually don't. And then my second climb that I did at the very beginning, well, I guess like 30 minutes in, that one was really good right up until the end. Pretty much on course with probably my best climb ever, even in practice. So I think it's showing that practicing that's actually starting to show through a little bit better, going from like 30 plus second climb rooms to like 20-second climb rooms. So big improvement there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
Because you choose to do Behemoth Climb, right?
yeah, Behemoth. I was doing the wall jump climb for a while, but my wall jumps are terrible. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. So, but yeah. I mean, just basic movement's getting better, and movement is king in every game. So, if my movement gets better, my times get better.
For sure, Waldo. Is there anything else you'd like to include?
Nope. I think I'm gonna take off and hopefully see how next week goes. And GG's to Gameaholic. Thanks to everyone coming out. Thanks to you, Mario, for doing the commentary. Thank you to the restreamers and everybody involved. So, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thank you for putting up an awesome race, a very entertaining race. I hope everybody enjoyed.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Well, thanks, Mario, and I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, have a good one, Waldo.
Yep. Bye.
Alrighty, guys. That'll wrap up this match. Let's see if we have anything else going on. That wraps up matches for tonight. The next match will be tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Time between Oshino and Jade Chalk. So, very entertaining race tonight. GG's to both runners. And have yourselves a good night, everybody.